Please take your seats. Your Excellency the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda Post Defence Forces, retired General Museveni, the Honourable Minister of Defence and Veterans Affairs of Uganda, Honourable Bamulanga Kisempija, the Honourable Minister of Defence of South Sudan, Honourable Ministers, the Permanent Secretary Minister of Defence, Permanent Secretary Minister of Internal Affairs, Forces, Commanders of the Services, Generals, Members of Parliament, General Manager Freight, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency, sir, we have a brief program here today. As soon as I finish with reading through the program, I will invite Mr. Marius Nasese to carry us through the demonstration, which is planned by Freight. Sir, which I have speeches by the MD, National Enterprise Corporation, the Chief of Defence Forces, the NEC-Streit, the Minister of Defence and Veterans Affairs, Uganda, who shall invite you, Your Excellency, to address the guests. May I invite Mr. Marius to carry us through the demonstration. Your Excellency, this is a very important milestone in the efforts you have been leading in building capacity and the capability of our national defense. Mr. Marius, please.
Good afternoon. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, honorable guests, officers, my name is Marius. I'm representing Streit Group, and we have the great honor to show you live some of our products which we selected for you. My colleagues, they're going to start the engines now, and they're going to roll it one by one while I'm going to talk you through. Streit Group of companies, it's in this field of activity for more than 30 years. Our vehicles, they've been proved in combat all over the world in the last 30 years, mainly in Central Asia, Middle East, and of course with Afghanistan and Iraq. Rolling now is the TLC-79. It's a B6 level armoring protection. It's been proved in combat in Sahel region, and we save the lives of the soldiers when they were fighting the international terrorism. The second vehicle rolling is the Cougar. It's also based on the TLC-79 Land Cruiser. It's a B6 armoring level, proved in combat, proved in border patrolling, and also it's well known as the vehicle used by the law enforcement agencies all around the world. The third vehicle, the vehicle has been designed for Special Operation Task Force due to the fact that it has a high capacity of long-range missions. The last vehicle in a convoy, which is departing now, that's the Falcon. It's a medium armor vehicle. The capacity of that vehicle, it's 10 crew members, the driver, the vehicle commander, and another 6 operator on the back. Thank you, sir. And now my colleagues, they're going to run it through, and you'll see exactly the capabilities of driving an off-road. All our vehicles, they have off-road capabilities, 4x4, 6x6, and 8x8. What we're going to present you today, there are all 4x4s, exception one vehicle, which is a soft skin, soft armor vehicle, and that's the 8x8 vehicle. And once again, this is the TLC-79, single cab, 8 crew member capacity. It's a B6 armoring level with a 360 degrees rotatable turret, easy to install a 50 caliber machine gun, or a 12.7. The second vehicle, that's the Cougar. Also, it comes with a different type of a turret, 360 degrees manual, 3 doors, driver door, vehicle commander door, and a larger door on the back of the vehicle for easy entries and easy exits of the vehicle. What can I say about this vehicle, sir? It's a 4.5 liter engine, turbo diesel. All the wheels on the vehicles are run on flat, which means that if the vehicle goes into a contact, if is losing the air pressure on the tires, the vehicle is still capable of getting the crew out of the contact zone, driving up to 80 kilometers with a maximum speed of 60 kilometers an hour, which makes the vehicle compatible and great for the operations which we are conducting in urban environment and rural environment as well. The steel which is using for manufacturing our vehicle, and this is a very important thing, it's a MIL 46-100 steel. It's a military spec steel. The other good aspect of it, it's from bumper to bumper, it's only one shield of steel, so there are no joints. In our manufacturing, we do not create a weakest points on the vehicle. So the side panels, the roof, and the floor of the vehicle is made from one shield of steel. The hardness of the steel, it's measured in Brinells. So we're using steel Brinell 500 and Brinell 600, which is one of the hardest armoring steel known in the world. This vehicle, which is just riding now in front of you, gentlemen, it's the Spartan SUT. It's based on a Ford F550 chassis with a 6.7 turbo diesel engine, 5-man crew, equipped with the turret, 360 degrees rotatable turret, capability of carrying a 12.7 machine gun, and in the back, which this vehicle is being designed for special forces operations, it has the capability of installing a 14.5 millimeter machine gun. As well, the additional resource of ammunition, water supply, fuel, and food supply for long-range missions. The same thing, the vehicle, it comes with the run-on-flat tires, same as all the rest of the vehicles in our range of products. This vehicle, it's a B6, the one which is riding now, it's a B6 level, but it can be upgraded up to Stanak 2. So when we say Stanak 2, we say that the vehicle, it can hold a hit from 12.7 rounds. And two hand grenades on the roof, and as well, it's an IED-proof vehicle. The vehicle is being tested. All our vehicles are tested in Germany, and they are going through a harsh test, which each and every vehicle is shot minimum 300 times at 90 degrees angle, which means that the perfect shot goes to the They tested with the 9 kilograms of TNT placed at 3 meters distance on the side of the vehicle. Every vehicle comes with those required tests. The vehicle which is just coming now into the track, it's the Shaman. Basically, it's soft skin. It's totally amphibious. Those vehicles are mainly used in search and rescue operations, humanitarian operations, and due to the fact it's 8x8, it has the capability of turning all 8 wheels at a time, which it makes from this vehicle a capable vehicle in riding into the urban environment, where you're going to get more than 90 degrees angles on turnings. So the size, it's longer, but the turnings, you can take it easily. As I said, and I repeat myself, it's a totally amphibious vehicle, easy to drive, easy to operate, and easy to extract those in needs which are in remote areas on special occasions when we have floods, you had calamities, natural calamities. As you can see now, it's taking a sharp turn using the 4 front wheels and the 4 on the back. So all they turn simultaneously. And all this, it's managed by the driver by a push button. So he can select from the interior of the cockpit how to operate the vehicle, either the four wheels. Those vehicles that are in use in some parts of Africa, and they're used by the United Nations as well in World Food Program operations. They did the calculation, and using those vehicles are more easy and more cheap to supply food in remote areas than using the helicopters. The next vehicle coming to the track is the Falcon. This vehicle, it's BR6 leveling armor, equipped with a CTIS system, which it allows the operator to deflate or inflate the tires while they're inside the vehicle without breaking the armor of the vehicle. If they change the environment, if they drive from the paved road to the 4x4, where it requires 4x4 in the area, they have to deflate the tires to expected pressure in order to accomplish their mission. So they can do this from inside the vehicle without exiting the vehicle. The crew capacity of this vehicle is 2 + 8. So you get 8 people inside, 8 operators, well protected. It's a very robust vehicle. It can be equipped with a turret as well, 360 degrees turret. It's been proved in combat in Syria. It's been active there from the beginning of the war till the end of the war. The engine is a Cummins engine, 6.7 liters. The tires are run-on flat tires, same as all the other products we have it in our range. And this vehicle can go up to STANAG 2 armor leveling. Goes through obstacles, very big obstacles, and the suspensions, the vehicle is steady and passing through without any difficulties. Whenever we design a vehicle as a company, we take into consideration the people which they're going to use them and they're going to operate them. Take into consideration their gear, take into consideration even their boots, how heavy they are. So that's how we design a vehicle, for them to be easy to operate in any type of environment, in any conditions, and to make sure that they accomplish their missions successfully, and most important thing, that they are coming back home to their families safe and alive. The next vehicle which is going to be on a show is the riot control unit, mainly used by the law enforcement, especially in an urban environment, to disperse the crowd. We are using water, which is a non-lethal, it's considered a non-lethal weapon. The tank capacity of the water is 6,000 liters. The pressure of the cannon, it goes up and spraying the water up to 50 meters distance. It's equipped with a main gun, which is on top of the vehicle, and 2 additional guns which are on the side of the vehicle for a side approach. The vehicle as well is equipped with the barricade breaker, which is right in front of the vehicle. It's a snow plow. That it can be operated by the commander, which is inside the cabin, and he can go easily through any barricades which is being created on the side, on the middle of the road. This is the main gun, which is spraying the water up to 50 meters. Additional to the 6,000 liter water tank, there are another 3 tanks. One for the tear gas solution, one for the ink solution, and one for the foam solution, which again, from a push of a button, the vehicle commander, he can adjust the mixture, and he can select the mixture of the solution which is going to use it, dispersing the crowd. Now the vehicle goes down the ramp, and they will start spraying the side guns, the side water cannons, which they are mainly used if the rioters, they are trying to approach the vehicle from the sides. That's the side cannon. As well, it's 8 bars of pressure. If anyone is trying to approach the vehicle from the side and is going to be hit by the jet, he's going to be pushed away from the vehicle. Those vehicles usually they are operated as a group of vehicles by the riot control unit or a squad. So they will go as in pairs into the operations. The crew is made up from 3, the driver, the main operator of the gun, which is seated in the center cabin, and the vehicle commander, which is on the right-hand side of the driver. The last vehicle which we are going to demonstrate lively to you, it's a soft armor vehicle. It's a 4x4. It's a 1.5 engine, Kubota engine. It's a soft armor vehicle. It's used by the peacekeeping operations. It's used by United Nations operations. It's a fully amphibious vehicle. And the nicest part of it is that this vehicle doesn't run by miles. It runs by hours. So the fuel consumption, it's 2 to 3 liters per hour operating this vehicle. It has a fuel capacity of 56 liters of diesel and another additional 58 liters in each one of the rims. So with this vehicle, easily you can operate 3,000 hours without stopping for refueling. It's mainly used in Lake Victoria for World Food Program by the United Nations. They are supplying food instead of using helicopters. It's more cost effective and it's more reliable to use this vehicle, which we call it SHERP. It's a 2-man operations. It's a driver and the vehicle commander, and the back of the vehicle, it can be used for cargo or for passengers. It comes in 2 versions, the 4x4 and the 10x10. What we present you now is the 4x4 version. The tires of these vehicles are low pressure tires, which made this vehicle capable of crossing the obstacles up to 1 meter high. It can climb the obstacles and it can go over it easily without any difficulties. It can go on a rocky terrain, it can go on a sandy terrain, as well on the mangroves and water areas. So we had a great honor to introduce you the 6 vehicles from our range. Those vehicles, they're going to be produced right here in Straight Neck, Uganda. And it's a part of our more than 40 models which we have in production from 30 years of experience. Your Honorable Excellency, thank you so much for your attention. Honorable guests, if there is any questions, our guys are at your disposal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Marius, and thank you, Managing Director NEC, for fishing partners that indeed will work with us to grow. May I have your permission, sir, now to invite the Managing Director, National Enterprise Corporation, Lieutenant General Honorable James Mujira, to come and address you, sir.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency General Retired Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the Honorable Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Honorable Vincent Bamranga Kisempija, the Deputy Minister of Defense of South Sudan, Lieutenant General Chor Thorn Barok, the Honorable Minister of State for Defense, Honorable Jacob Maxons Oboth, the Honorable Cabinet Ministers here present, the Minister of Security, the Honorable Major General Retired Jim Muhwezi, the Minister of State for Internal Affairs, General David Muhoozi, the members of Parliament led by the Chairperson of the Defense and Internal Affairs Committee, Honorable Rose Nyachikongoro, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Defense, Permanent Secretary, Internal Affairs, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Energy, Chief of Defense Forces, representative of the IGP and Commissioner General for Prisons, our joint venture partners, led by the Group Chairman, Straight Group, Mr. Gaman Gotorov, the service chiefs, general officers and senior officers of the UPDF, Director Generals of the security organizations, the Board of Directors, National Enterprise Corporation, the General Manager, Royal Industries, Major General Sabit Muzei, and all the General Managers of NEC subsidiaries and joint ventures, members of the press, distinguished, invited ladies and gentlemen. Lieutenant General James Mujira, I'm the MD and Chief Executive Officer of the National Enterprise Corporation, which is the commercial and business arm of the Ministry of Defense and the UPDF. Permit me, Your Excellency, to first of all take this opportunity on behalf of NEC and on my own behalf to welcome you to this function of the commissioning of the NEC-Streit armored vehicle manufacturing and assembly plant here at Nakasongora on the shores of Lake Kyoga. Your Excellency, a few years ago, you came here to commission Kyoga Dynamics Commercial Explosive Production Facility and other facilities like the High Precision Equipment Workshop. Early this year, in January, Your Excellency came back to commission the Pro-Heli International Services Maintenance, Repair, and Overhaul Plant. This morning, before we came here, you commissioned 4 projects next door, namely the 500 kilowatt solar plant, the oxygen and the nitrogen plant, the Weber woodworking machine making factory, and the surgical masks production workshop. Your Excellency, you are now here to commission this very facility for the manufacture of armored vehicles, the only one in the region. We consider ourselves lucky and feel honored that whenever we invite you, Your Excellency positively responds to our invitations. And sincerely, thank Your Excellency for finding time off your well-known tight schedule to grace this occasion with your presence. Your Excellency, allow me to just give a very brief background to this project. On Saturday, the 17th of March, 2018, you held a meeting with a delegation from the UAE-based Streit group, led by the group chairman, Mr. Gaman, at your country, which I was honored to attend. Mr. Gaman expressed interest in setting up an armored vehicle manufacturing and assembly plant in Uganda at his cost. And Your Excellency directed me to urgently work with him, including getting him land in Nakasongola, where to put up the plant. Your Excellency, in the military we are men and women of action. We are not motivated.
Imba ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
Mao's leadership qualities manifested early in life. He defied his diminutive stature and looked to his other gifts. His excessive love for books became a foundation of his oratory skills, wits, and earned him a mastery in metaphorical expressions in speech. Mao is loved and hated in equal measures across the spectrum.
For example, they had opportunity to say, don't come. We would not be here.
When Mao joined Namilyango College in 1984 in Senior 3, he quickly became the class monitor and spent more time in the library than in the boxing pyramid. The oldest college then was known for its heritage, boxing, and academic prowess. His was the latter. He excelled in his ordinary level exams and returned to the college the following year and later to become the head boy. He never looked back. His recent appointment as the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs has generated debates and shifted focus from probably some of the most critical national issues.
Any fool can be allowed to lead Uganda for 10 years, provided we know that fool will go eventually.
Tonight, on your favorite program, Behind the Headlines, join Honorable Norbert Mao, the man, the President General of the Democratic Party, and the Member of Parliament and Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs.
Welcome to English in a Minute, from home. When a person on a boat goes overboard, they fall into the water. Uh-oh, should we be worried about Jonathan and Anna?
What all did you get at the store?
Mayo, olive oil, rice, and coffee.
You know, Anna, you didn't have to go overboard with the supplies. This crisis isn't going to last forever.
To go overboard means to do or say too much because you are overly excited. Anna bought a lot of stuff at the store. In other words, she went overboard. For Anna, that's not too surprising. And that's English in a Minute.
Such as the construction of the state